Every failure you've experienced, every dream you abandoned, every goal you never completed is connected to one invisible force: lack of discipline. It's a silent assassin of potential, a thief of futures, subtly eroding your resolve, day after day, until the grand aspirations you once held become nothing more than distant whispers in the wind. Have you ever felt that gnawing frustration, the sting of regret, as you watch another year pass, another New Year's resolution crumble, another opportunity slip through your fingers, all because the commitment you made to yourself simply dissolved? We stand at the precipice of our potential, equipped with intelligence, talent, and passion, yet so many of us remain stuck, caught in a cycle of momentary inspiration followed by inevitable surrender. We blame external circumstances, bad luck, or even a lack of inherent ability, when in truth, the true adversary lies within: an untrained mind, an unfortified will. But what if there was a way to break free from this insidious cycle? What if you could forge an inner strength so profound that your actions consistently align with your highest intentions, transforming your aspirations from fleeting fantasies into tangible realities? This isn't about harsh self-punishment. It's about cultivating a profound inner mastery that liberates you from the whims of impulse and the tyranny of procrastination. Welcome to the universe of book, the place where knowledge becomes transformation. Just like a small metal compass can guide a massive ship through storms across vast, turbulent oceans, navigating it precisely to its desired port, a single disciplined habit, consistently applied, can redirect the entire course and destination of your life, steering you through challenges to reach your most ambitious dreams. Discipline, at its core, is not merely about doing what you don't want to do. It's about making the conscious, unwavering choice to prioritize your long-term vision over immediate gratification. It's the invisible architecture beneath every towering achievement, the quiet engine driving every sustained success. Daniel Walter, in The Power of Discipline, peels back the layers of this often misunderstood concept, revealing it not as a restrictive burden, but as the ultimate key to true freedom: freedom from regret, freedom from inertia, and freedom to create the life you truly desire. He argues that discipline is the bedrock upon which all other virtues and accomplishments are built. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas remain unexecuted, and the most fervent desires remain unfulfilled. It's the invisible force that transforms potential into performance, turning the abstract into the actual. So, how does this formidable force actually operate within us? It begins with understanding willpower, often mistaken for a bottomless well of inner strength. Science, however, tells a different story. Willpower is a finite resource, like a muscle that can be fatigued. Every decision, every act of resistance against temptation, draws from this limited reserve. This is why attempting to tackle too many changes at once often leads to burnout and failure. Your willpower simply runs dry. The disciplined mind, therefore, isn't necessarily one with an endless supply of willpower, but one that strategically conserves and deploys it. This leads us to the science behind habits. Habits are essentially automated behaviors, neural shortcuts our brain creates to conserve energy. When an action becomes a habit, it no longer requires a conscious draw from your willpower reserves. Think about tying your shoelaces or brushing your teeth. These actions are performed almost unconsciously, requiring minimal mental effort. The genius of discipline lies in transforming essential, productive actions into these automatic habits, thereby freeing up your precious willpower for truly novel challenges and crucial decision-making. This shift from conscious effort to unconscious execution is a game changer. It's the difference between perpetually fighting an uphill battle and having the terrain work in your favor. Self-control, a close cousin of discipline, is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior in the face of temptation and impulses. It's the inner governor that allows you to pause between stimulus and response, choosing a wise reaction instead of a reflexive one. Walter emphasizes that self-control is not about suppression, but about redirection. Instead of fighting against an urge directly, the disciplined individual learns to redirect that energy towards a more constructive outcome. This ties directly into the concept of delayed gratification. the ability to resist the immediate pleasure of a smaller reward in favor of a larger, more enduring reward in the future. It's a hallmark of successful individuals across every domain. Consider the student who studies diligently instead of socializing, or the entrepreneur who invests profits back into the business instead of spending them on luxury. These acts of delayed gratification are not deprivations. They are strategic investments in a more prosperous future, fueled by the conviction that the long-term gain far outweighs the short-term pleasure. This mental fortitude, this unwavering gaze towards the horizon, is a cultivated skill, sharpened through consistent practice and mindful awareness. Crucially, your environment plays an enormous, often underestimated, role in shaping your discipline. We are products of our surroundings, and our subconscious mind constantly responds to the cues it receives. If your environment is cluttered, disorganized, and filled with temptations, maintaining discipline becomes an exhausting, uphill battle, requiring constant willpower. Conversely, an environment designed for success makes discipline effortless. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to exercise more, lay out your workout clothes the night before. If you want to focus, create a dedicated workspace free from distractions. The world's top performers meticulously craft their environments to support their desired behaviors, understanding that willpower is not meant to conquer chaos, but to establish order. They architect their lives to minimize friction for good habits and maximize friction for bad ones. This proactive approach bypasses the need for constant heroic willpower, making disciplined choices the default. This brings us to a stark truth. Motivation cannot be trusted. Motivation is a fickle muse, an emotional surge that comes and goes, often abandoning us precisely when we need it most. How many times have you felt a burst of inspiration, only to have it evaporate a few days later, leaving you with incomplete projects and dashed hopes? The undisciplined mind waits for motivation to strike before acting, leading to inconsistency and stagnation. The disciplined mind, however, understands that action precedes motivation. You don't wait to feel like working out. You work out, and the feeling of accomplishment, the surge of energy, often follows. Discipline is about showing up regardless of how you feel, knowing that consistency, not intensity, is the true driver of long-term results. While the undisciplined mind is caught in a reactive loop, constantly responding to impulses and fleeting desires, the disciplined mind is proactive, operating from a place of clear intention and strategic planning. They differ fundamentally in their approach to challenges. The undisciplined sees obstacles as reasons to stop, while the disciplined sees them as opportunities to strengthen resolve. The world's top performers, whether in sports, business, or the arts, don't possess a superhuman gene for discipline. They train it systematically and relentlessly, much like an athlete trains a muscle. Their regimen is often characterized by routine, clarity, and an unwavering long-term focus. Routines create stability and predictability, embedding desired behaviors into their daily rhythm, reducing decision fatigue, and conserving willpower. They know precisely what needs to be done, when, and how, eliminating the mental burden of constant planning. Clarity of purpose is paramount. They understand their why, their ultimate vision, which acts as an anchor during moments of doubt and temptation. This long-term focus allows them to endure periods of discomfort and sacrifice, understanding that the small, often unglamorous, acts of discipline today are building blocks for the monumental achievements of tomorrow. They track their progress, celebrate small wins, and learn from setbacks, never allowing a single failure to derail their entire system. Yet, even the most disciplined among us must be wary of hidden mental traps that can destroy self-control. Procrastination, often disguised as perfectionism or busyness, is a prime example. The belief that you need to feel ready or wait for the perfect moment is a subtle form of self-sabotage. Another trap is the all-or-nothing fallacy, where one small deviation from a plan leads to complete abandonment. The disciplined individual understands that perfection is an illusion. Consistency and recovery from setbacks are what truly matter. They also guard against decision fatigue by automating as many routine choices as possible and prioritizing their most important tasks for when their willpower is highest. Understanding these psychological pitfalls is not about condemnation, but about strategic self-awareness, allowing you to build defenses against the subtle ways your mind tries to resist discomfort and effort. The power of routine cannot be overstated. It's the framework that holds discipline in place, transforming chaotic intentions into reliable actions. By establishing consistent patterns for work, rest, exercise, and learning, you create a powerful inertia that propels you forward even on days when motivation wanes. Clarity is its twin flame. Knowing precisely what you want to achieve and the specific steps required eliminates ambiguity and mental friction. This clarity provides a mental map, guiding your actions and helping you stay on course. Finally, a relentless long-term focus is the compass that keeps you pointed toward your ultimate destination. It's the ability to see beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize that every disciplined choice, no matter how small, is an investment in the future you are building. This combination of routine, clarity, and long-term vision creates an unstoppable momentum, allowing you to compound your efforts and achieve what once seemed impossible. So, reflect now on your own life. Are you a passenger, tossed about by the currents of impulse and fleeting desires? Or are you the captain, charting a deliberate course towards your chosen destination? The power of discipline is not a gift bestowed upon a lucky few. It is a skill, a muscle waiting to be trained, a compass waiting to be wielded. It demands courage, consistency, and a profound belief in your own capacity for transformation. The journey won't always be easy, but every act of discipline, no matter how small, strengthens your resolve, clarifies your vision, and brings you closer to the extraordinary life you were meant to live. Start small, be consistent, and trust the compounding power of your choices. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us bring more powerful book summaries to you, only on the Universe of Book.